Wild Hwange. The earth splits open, revealing aged scars that never healed. Scattered across the barren landscape of Hwange National Park, the lifeless forms of elephants rest, their faded eyes fixed on the horizon. El Niño surged through, casting a dark shadow with its severe reduction in rainfall. Here, the remnants of elephants lay on the crimson soil like whispered hopes left unanswered. This place continues to be the stronghold of lions, where the weak gradually succumb. Before we delve deeper into these stories, share your location in the comments below. And now, welcome to Wild Hwange, where the lions reign and their challengers fall.
In the drought-stricken heart of western Zimbabwe, where the sun scorches the earth and dust storms swirl over barren grasslands, a lion prowls through its pride, adjusting to its hunger. Nearby, an elderly African elephant quietly digs for water near a nearly dried artificial waterhole. The black rhinoceros, once the sovereign of this land, now lives mostly hidden, venturing out only at night to escape human interaction and the daytime heat. At Hwange National Park, survival is increasingly fragile for these noble creatures. Climate change is transforming fertile lands into dry, brittle fields. The dry season stretches endlessly, while poaching escalates as resources dwindle. Here in Hwange, life clings to existence, grappling with the turmoil inflicted by human actions. Spanning approximately 14,651 square kilometers in the northwestern area of Zimbabwe, bordering Botswana, Hwange National Park is the nation's largest wildlife reserve. It's ideally situated about 200 kilometers northwest of Bulawayo and just over 100 kilometers southeast of Victoria Falls, accessible from both routes. Hwange acts as a crucial biological corridor, connecting protected territories within the Kavango-Zambezi Transfrontier Conservation Area network. This wildlife research and conservation hub vividly showcases how substantial ecosystems confront climate change's challenges alongside increasing human development pressures. Much of the park's foundation is composed of ancient Kalahari sand, defining a landscape marked by dry grasslands and expansive woodlands. In the northwestern section, The terrain comprises volcanic basalt from the Batoka Formation, while the central zone features ancient granite and gneiss formations. Consequently, the landscape remains primarily flat, yet ecologically rich, adorned with mopane woodlands, Zimbabwe teak forests, and seasonal grasslands. The climate in Hwange is categorized as semi-arid tropical. The rainy season extends from November through March, whereas the dry season lasts from April to October. Average high temperatures peak in October, often surpassing 35 degrees Celsius during daylight, whereas winter nights can plummet below 5 degrees Celsius. Hwange is celebrated across Africa for its incredible biodiversity, housing over 100 mammal species and nearly 400 bird species. Notably, it supports one of Africa's largest remaining wild elephant populations. The main camp, located in the park's northeastern area, is its largest section, covering approximately 10,765 square kilometers and serving as the administrative center. The area demonstrates typical semi-arid ecological characteristics, where mopane woodlands intermingle with bare grasslands during the dry season. Despite its simplicity, this ecosystem is rich with unique features, providing vital habitats and migration routes for numerous large mammal species native to southwestern Africa. Life during the dry season hinges entirely on a network of more than 60 pumped pans, artificial waterholes supplied by underground aquifers. These are regulated to provide essential hydration to wildlife. Elephants, buffalo, kudu, zebras, and a variety of carnivores, including lions and leopards, frequently gather around these important water sources. In tourism, Main Camp stands as the primary visitor hub, hosting around 80% of all guests. Wildlife viewing at the pumped pans, along with early morning and late afternoon safari drives, is organized here. However, some viewing points have remained unchanged since 2020, seeking to minimize impacts on vegetation and wildlife behavior. Amidst the expansive savannas of northeastern Hwange, wildebeests embody resilience and endurance. Herds can often be spotted at the onset and conclusion of the rainy season, seeking out fresh grass that quickly sprouts after the rains and the artificial water sources. Wildebeests travel in vast herds, numbering in the hundreds, creating a visual deterrent against predators. When one individual senses danger, the entire herd instinctively responds, shifting direction and fleeing as one. This coordinated movement can distort predators' focus and confuse them. Wildebeests can dash at speeds up to 80 kilometers per hour, sustaining high speeds for considerable durations, allowing them to evade cheetah pounces or wild dog ambushes. When grass becomes scarce, wildebeests migrate short distances within Hwange, unlike the monumental journeys of thousands of kilometers seen in the Serengeti. From late October to April, during the rainy season, they venture from the southern edges deeper into the main camp, taking advantage of the rapid grass growth on old basalt and alluvial soils. When the dry season approaches, they retreat towards the pumped pans, clinging to the remaining water and grass for survival. They primarily feed on soft grasses in open soil areas. As they traverse the grasslands, their steady hoof beats lightly churn the topsoil, aiding in seed dispersal and pollination. Their presence attracts numerous hitchhiking species. Flocks of oxpeckers feed on parasites that infest their fur, while vultures circle overhead, waiting for any weakened individuals to trail behind. Wildebeests give birth in synchronized waves when the rainy season begins, aligning with rapid vegetation growth. Calves can stand within 8 minutes of birth and keep pace with the herd just 2 minutes later. Unfortunately, few reach adulthood, as the early years are marked by a high mortality rate. Quietly and steadily, wildebeests glide through the main camp area, embodying the heartbeat of Hwange's grasslands, rejuvenating them through each rainy season to the next dry period. Just after the final echoing steps of a wildebeest herd fade into the dust, a lion's roar breaks the stillness, signaling its presence as the apex predator and chief rival of the wildebeest. Originating 2 million years ago from a shared ancestor with other Panthera species, lions have remarkably adapted to semi-arid environments with their muscular build and astonishing night vision. Adult males can weigh up to 225 kg, adorned with a thick, dark mane, symbolizing strength and indicating good health and high reproductive viability. Typically, lions reach around 1.2 meters in shoulder height, stretching over 2 meters in length. They can leap up to 10 meters and sprint at speeds reaching 80 kilometers per hour for fleeting moments. Unlike other big cats that live solitary lives, lions form social groups known as prides. A pride generally contains 5 to 20 members, potentially exceeding 40 in thriving populations. These groups consist of several related females and their cubs, alongside 1 to 3 dominant males. Within the main camp region, lions benefit from living in a pride, gaining strategic advantages when hunting. Female lions often take on the role of hunters, collaborating in smaller groups of 2 to 5. They use low terrains, thick brush, and nighttime's cover to stealthily close in on prey. Lions balance strength with coordination. One lion distracts the prey while others ambush from the sides. The hunting success rate ranges from 20% to 30%, yet when they succeed, a single kill can sustain the pride for several days. Typically, males feast first, followed by the lionesses and then the cubs, establishing a clear hierarchy based on strength and protection roles. Although lions can survive several days without drinking by absorbing moisture from fresh meat, they require a steady supply of prey around water sources, particularly during the dry season when herbivores gather in numbers. Main camp serves as a hotspot for observing the interplay between lions and their ecosystem. Each individual or pride claims a territory averaging 20 to 40 square kilometers, marked by scent and scratches. A male lion's roar can carry as far as 8 kilometers, asserting territorial dominance and warning other males seeking to seize a pride. As a lion retreats from its meal, the raucous cackle of a spotted hyena slices through the air. In the savannah, where strength doesn't always determine outcomes, hyenas survive as cunning opportunists, eagerly waiting for lions to complete their hunts, then swooping in to claim the remnants. They may not be superior hunters, but they appear at the right moment. The spotted hyena evolved from a unique branch of the Hyenidae family, diverging about 2 million years ago. Ranging from 1.2 to 1.8 meters long and weighing up to 85 kilograms, their longer front legs create a lopsided but sturdy gait. They're built more for endurance than speed. The heart of a hyena is relative to its mass, weighing twice as much as a lion's, enabling it to maintain high speeds over long distances without tiring. Their jaws exert a bite force exceeding 758 newtons per square centimeters, 40% stronger than a leopard's, capable of crushing a wildebeest's leg bones. Hyenas are social creatures, forming clans comprising up to 70 individuals, led by dominant females. Females not only outweigh males, but also hold precedence over food and reproduction. Each clan governs a territory spanning several dozen square kilometers around water bodies and grasslands, using scent markings and vocalizations to communicate and repel intruders. Their distinct sounds, giggles, screeches, growls, are part of an advanced communication system conveying identity and intent among individuals. As wildebeests, zebras, and kudus roam between water sources during dry seasons, hyenas remain ever-present, whether lurking opportunistically or hunting skillfully. Contrary to misconceptions, they are more than mere scavengers. 60 to 70% of their diet consists of successful hunts, usually executed at night or in early mornings. They harness stamina to exhaust prey, sharing the spoils with the entire clan afterward. Across the arid savanna near main camp, a herd of sable antelope moves toward a water source, their curved horns sparkling in the sunlight. This species symbolizes strength and wild spirit, making it the emblem in Zimbabwe Parks and Wildlife Management Authority's logo. The sable antelope stands out with its robust physique, thick neck, flowing black mane, and notably long backward curving horns reaching 165 centimeters in adult males. These horns serve not merely as decorations, they function as weapons too. Reports exist of sable antelopes boldly confronting lions, using their sharp horns for defense when cornered. In the main camp area, sable antelopes are specialized grazers. They feed solely on tender leaves and soft grasses around termite mounds. Each meal is meticulously chosen, rich in nutrients to support endurance and the growth of strong horns. During extended dry seasons when food becomes scarce, they are forced to share grazing grounds with larger species like elephants and buffaloes, putting immense strain on their survival. Despite challenges, the sable antelope is far from defenseless. Its terrain memorization skills, recognition of safe zones, and information sharing within the herd play critical roles in avoiding threats. They rarely migrate long distances, but rotate around reliable food and water sources near the main camp. Their survival reflects a strategy built on resilience and intuition, almost as though guided by an unseen order. As the sable antelope quietly progresses, more delicate movements creep in from the grass's edge. Impalas. These smaller antelopes, masters of adaptability, have found their niche in the lush layers of Hwange National Park. They inhabit large herds, often led by a dominant male, especially during breeding seasons. Impalas reinforce group cohesion through a form of social grooming, where they gently nibble each other to enhance wellness and bonds. The slender yet agile impala can leap up to 10 meters and reach heights of 3 meters, easily clearing obstacles or dodging sudden strikes from predators. They sprint at speeds of up to 80 kilometers per hour, granting them an edge over skilled hunters such as wild dogs and lions. On the savanna surrounding main camp, the cheetah, the world's fastest predator, exhibits unmatched speed. Capable of reaching 100 kilometers per hour, the cheetah doesn't rely on strength. It relies on one perfect moment to strike precisely. Unlike lions or leopards, cheetahs produce softer sounds, chirps, purrs, and gentle growls, similar to domestic cats. These sounds facilitate mother-cub communication among the grasses, crucial for quietly avoiding threats. The cheetah's tear marks from its eyes reduce glare during daytime hunts, enhancing its focus. This trait especially aids daytime hunting, as they avoid peak hours when lions and hyenas are most active. Adult cheetahs, typically around 1.5 meters long, are built for speed, with long legs and a flexible spine. They can accelerate from 0 to 96 kilometers per hour in under 3 seconds, reaching maximum speeds for brief bursts. Cheetahs lack the strength of other big cats. Upon the sudden arrival of a lioness, a cheetah often retreats, abandoning its hard-earned catch before it even begins to feast. To avoid conflicts, cheetahs must choose safe locations and ideal timing to hunt. Unlike nocturnal predators, they primarily hunt during daylight, especially during dawn or dusk. Overhead, as a cheetah speeds across the ground, a lammergeier falcon slices through the sky, a master of avoiding obstacles. This medium-sized bird of prey, measuring 43 to 50 centimeters in length, boasts a wingspan of 95 to 105 centimeters. Juvenile lammergeiers may be mistaken for similar species, but their trademark curved beak is a unique identifier. The lammergeier utilizes one of the most sophisticated hunting techniques among birds, opting for horizontal pursuits at eye level, maximizing precision and speed. As they race forward, lammergeiers align the tilt of their wings to accelerate, striking from the side, often mid-air. Larger than the lammergeier, steppe eagles glide silently and steadily, appearing as blurred traces over the landscape. In winter, these majestic creatures visit the area, some migrating thousands of kilometers from their homes. Measuring between 70 to 85 centimeters in length and weighing up to 4 kg, steppe eagles are highly adapted hunters. As summer ends, cold winds signal migration. Thousands of steppe eagles fly south, heading toward Iran, India, or beyond, often traversing the Arabian Peninsula before descending into Africa's grasslands. Traveling up to 350 km daily, these birds capitalize on thermal uplifts to minimize energy expenditure. Steppe eagles frequent main camp due to its ample foraging opportunities, scavenging on carcasses and utilizing informal dumps for food. Although primarily scavengers, they can hunt, capturing small birds or reptiles effortlessly from impressive heights. Beneath the shadow of a steppe eagle, the white-backed vulture emerges across the landscape, once the most common vulture in Africa, yet now diminishing. With a wingspan reaching 2.3 meters, this bird floats effortlessly, never in a rush. White-backed vultures are mostly resident but cover extensive distances daily for food. In the main camp, where abundant carrion results from wildlife interactions, the white-backed vulture plays an integral role. Their impressive social dynamics include nesting in colonies atop trees and returning to the same spots year after year. Each breeding season, a female lays a solitary egg incubated for about 55 days. Chicks take several months to develop flight capabilities. However, their low reproductive rate and high mortality make any disturbance potentially catastrophic. Nyaman Lovupan, within the main camp of Hwange National Park, extends approximately 1,183 square kilometers. It is one of the park's most frequented regions, featuring a network of 14 artificial waterholes vital during dry seasons. This water source sustains life for elephants, African buffaloes, and a multitude of antelope and bird species. Most boreholes rely on diesel and solar power to support consistent water flow during prolonged droughts. The significance of this area for ecological balance and stability cannot be understated, housing Zimbabwe's largest elephant population of about 30,000 to 40,000. With over 400 bird species recorded, the wildlife diversity is remarkable. Here, the shimmering waters reflect midday sun, revealing hippopotamuses, profoundly peculiar semi-aquatic mammals. Reaching up to 5 meters long and weighing over 4,500 kilograms, they rank as Africa's third largest land mammals, following elephants and white rhinos. Their massive heft does not hinder movement in water. Short, powerful legs with webbing enable steady footing in muddy terrain. With eyes, ears, and nostrils positioned atop their heads, hippos can remain submerged, seeing, hearing, and breathing, while their bodies stay hidden below the water's surface. During the relentless heat of Hwange's dry season, cracked ground and faded grass render the waterhole essential for survival. To beat the heat, hippos submerge themselves during the day, reducing sun exposure. Their thick, nearly hairless skin dehydrates rapidly under excessive sunlight. Hippos primarily consume soft grasses, averaging 30 to 40 kilodolus per night, though they may occasionally snack on fallen fruits. Unlike persistent grazers like buffaloes, hippos aren't often seen foraging. Their social structure revolves around a bloat of 10 to 20 individuals, swelling during the dry season. Dominance is evident, with one male overseeing the group, monopolizing mating and water access. Otters or rogue males might form bachelor groups near smaller water depressions. When conflicts arise, a hippo's jaws can open to 180 degrees, with canines extending up to 50 centimeters, strong enough to inflict fatal damage on a crocodile. Each year, they account for numerous human fatalities due to accidental encounters. Near the water's edge, black and white stripes slice through the dust. The Burchell's zebra arrived to drink. Recognizable for their unique patterning, their social structures consist of small harems, usually led by one male. Each harem maintains cohesiveness through mutual grooming practices. In the dry season, when territories shrink under drought pressure, zebras roam farther in search of grazing. They adapt their paths based on vegetation changes, their resilient yet straightforward digestive system, allowing them to thrive on tough grasses. However, this adaptability comes with vulnerability, requiring regular access to water. When predators lurk at drinking spots like Niamandlovu Pan, the act of lowering their heads can be fraught with danger. Among the stirring dust left by the zebras, the ground begins to pulse with heavy rhythms, signaling the approach of Cape buffalo, powerful and commanding. With shoulders reaching 1.5 meters high and weighing up to 750 kilograms in males, the Cape buffalo is built for strength. Their nickname, Black Death, isn't a myth. It stems from documented encounters with hunters and lions alike. Their upwards curving horns symbolize genetic strength through generations. Buffalo herds form around artificial water sources during the dry months, ranging from dozens to over 1,000 individuals. As the buffalo herd disappears, the largest land animal appears. Slow yet impressive, the African elephant emerges, moving deliberately while creating subdued silence across the savanna. Adult male elephants stand between 3.04 and 3.36 meters tall and weigh between 5,200 and 7,000 kilograms. Despite their colossal size, they move gracefully, leaving only deep footprints in the sand. Their large ears function as natural fans for temperature regulation. With modified tusks growing throughout their lives, elephants utilize them for multiple purposes: digging, defense, and foraging. Sadly, they have become prime poaching targets due to these remarkable features. Yet, it's their trunks, a fusion of their nose and upper lip, that represent their biological marvel, capable of precision and agility, from gently picking twigs to drawing gallons of water with a single sip. The African elephant lives in a matriarchal society based around closely bonded female relatives, with decisions driven by the oldest female's experience. Recent studies reveal astonishing long-term memories, allowing these elephants to recall water source locations even after prolonged droughts. Their communication extends beyond vocalizations, featuring infrasound for long-distance connectivity that covers several kilometers. As the last elephant fades beyond denser vegetation, the sky seems to expand slightly over Niamandlovu Pan. Angolan giraffes emerge, resembling living antennas that sweep over the landscape below. standing between 4.5 and 5.5 meters tall. Their long tongues, which can stretch up to 45 centimeters, allow them to access tender leaves from cumbretum, acacia, and terminalia trees that few herbivores can reach. With a specialized four-chambered stomach, they can efficiently digest foliage high in tannins. In the rainy season, they prefer forest edges. Clear visibility allows predator spotting while providing sun shelter. Across the elevated terrain of Sinamatella, breathtaking views overlook the expansive grasslands below. Spanning approximately 1,028 square kilometers, it is one of the park's most scenic vantage points. The ecosystem here thrives with mopane woodlands and semi-arid savannas, fostering habitats for large mammals, including black rhinoceros and the elusive klipspringer zebra. Visitors to Sinamatella account for around 15% of Hwange's tourism traffic, with guided game drives and safari walks, allowing for intimate engagement while preserving the area's untouched essence. As sunset casts over the rugged terrain of Sinamatella, a sturdy figure emerges from the mopane thickets. The black rhinoceros, ancient and resilient, endures amid Africa's ongoing transformations. Distinguished by a broad mouth suited for grazing, the black rhino is a browser, feeding primarily on leaves and tender branches from scattered shrubs along the slopes. With its prehensile upper lip and sharply tapered horns composed of keratin, these features serve survival, but are also the tragic reason for its near extinction. By the end of 2022, around 6,487 black rhinoceroses remained in the wild, with most distributed across Namibia, South Africa, Kenya, and Zimbabwe. A small fraction resides within the strictly protected area of Sinamatella, designated as an intensive protection zone against poaching threats that persist. Their ears rotate ceaselessly, monitoring the slightest movements. When startled, they can charge at speeds of 50 kilometers per hour, even without clearly targeting their foe. This overreaction earns them the title Surprise Assassin. In Zimbabwe's highland savannas, where midday ground temperatures can exceed 40 degrees Celsius, shallow mud wallows are invaluable. Once dried, the mud acts as a natural armor against mosquitoes, biting insects, and relentless sun exposure. Though occasionally consuming fallen fruit, they don't graze diligently like buffaloes or horses. Black rhinos have long lifespans, averaging 35 to 50 years in the wild, with females birthing one calf every 2.5 to 3 years. Such slow population growth, combined with ongoing poaching pressures, puts their survival at risk. Among the cliffs of Sinamatella, a small shadow darts over rocks. It's the klipspringer, an agile antelope perfectly adapted for rocky terrains. Standing no taller than 60 centimeters, with weights between 8 to 18 kilos, this compact creature thrives in its rugged environment. The klipspringer can jump an impressive 3 meters between rocky ledges without losing footing. At Robin's camp, the rhythmic calls of helmeted guinea fowl pierce the dawn's stillness, bringing life to the arid savanna. Ground dwellers by nature, they muster energy for brief flights when threatened, often moving in organized groups of various sizes across the terrain. Helmeted guinea fowl feature featherless heads adorned with bony casques, adapted to the hot climate while serving social functions. Often seen in flocks of 25 or more, their sturdy legs enable effective foraging and extensive daily travels, essential for seeking food sources in the expansive savanna. By night, they roost in trees 3 to 5 meters above ground, creating a safe haven from surprise predators. However, increasingly harsh climate conditions threaten the balance of this ecosystem. In 2024, Hwange National Park received only 360 millimeters of rainfall, nearly half its long-term average, causing significant water shortages that jeopardize even formerly stable species. Reports indicate that at least 160 elephants died from dehydration between March and May, with much of the mortality occurring in the main camp area. As of 2024, the lion population in northwestern Zimbabwe, including Hwange, is reported at about 737 individuals, down by over 15% compared to the census conducted in 2010. Key underlying factors include habitat loss, poaching, human-wildlife interactions along park boundaries, and climate change disrupting traditional migration routes. In 2024, the African Wildlife Foundation reported ongoing risks from ivory poaching across southern Africa, despite some successes in law enforcement and conservation policies. At the Ngamo Sanctuary in 2023, 2 southern white rhinoceroses named Thuza and Kusasa first touched the grasslands of Hwange. Shortly thereafter, 2 additional males, Malavu and a sensei, were introduced to a nearby zone, marking the start of areas designed for conservation. Aiming for a closed population of 30 to 50 individuals, this initiative seeks to restore the white rhino presence in Zimbabwe, a species erased by poaching disturbances. If you've ever visited Hwange National Park, witnessing large herds of elephants glide by or seeing lions bask in the soft glow of sunset, please share your experiences below. Your insights can ignite and inspire ongoing wildlife protection efforts, safeguarding ecosystems for future generations.